Hey guys, mtgnoob here. Definitely a keep on the draw. Being able to do this and all sorts of things is pretty nice. Okay, so it looks like we're playing against probably the blue, white, red nightmare. Okay, we'll say yes to this. And we'll get this online. Then we'll pass. Don't really like Strangleroot in this matchup all that much if he goes turn 3 Reckoner. If this is the matchup we are indeed playing against, it might just be straight red-blue, but I can't see that being a thing. So let's attempt to Farseek here. That was probably wrong. Should have got this online. There was no reason for that. Okay, we'll take Temple Garden and pass. I mean, one of the reasons I kind of almost didn't see this happening, it can't be countered, so it's good later on. But I kind of like Garruk in this situation. He's not under any duress. Maybe putting a 4-4 into play was the better line there, definitely. I would think so. Okay, so he's got the Minotaur, which is unfortunate here. Hit another Garruk, but then that's going to put us down to 3 mana. So if we go Relentless Fight, he kills this, and then we're at 3 mana, and we're very behind. Not hitting a 4th land there was pretty bad for us. I think no matter what we do, we're kind of in trouble. I think we probably have to slow down and kill this, as having this in play still makes us lose this. But he doesn't have any white mana for like a Resto Angel currently. But if he has another one, we're kind of not in the greatest of spots. I'd rather like get to that Garruk than this Garruk. I think I go Smiter here, even though that was potentially wrong last turn to not slam Smiter since we didn't draw another mana. I was hoping to maybe get to the Tusk. I think we have to unfortunately play a late game here, and that's not going to be very good. Now this does block with this, but this in combination with Searing Spear kills this dead, which isn't the greatest, as you would know. We're hoping he taps out here, does something. We're winning this race, so if he swings in, we just hang back. Especially if he misses his white source here. Okay, we'll take 3 gladly. He might just drop another one, and then we're kind of in boner alert mode. Okay, is it Strangleroot? I think it's Strangleroot. I think we're just racing here. I think we just raced. I think we were just racing. Because we have 2 Thragtusks in hand, and assuming we get to stick one of them, that should be pretty good. I think we just race here. Assuming we can not lose our Pilgrim. And he's got to, if we put pressure on him, he almost has to leave. Okay, so he is a Charms our guy, that's fine. He almost has to leave back Reckoner in this case. So now we're a few turns away from any of these late game cards we have in hand. But we're going to hope he continues to be screwed here. Can't do much. That's a good draw. So we lose both of our guys. I think we have to do this here. He might Izzet Charm, but then that lets us get in the damage. He's so waiting for a white source. Now if he throws this here, he kills it, which is fine. Can't blink it. he could like throw this here and then Searing Spear this, which is still a 2 for 2. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I think using our Garruk there as a removal spell for a pretty problematic guy is fine. Okay, so Searing Spear. Interesting. Okay, I don't know what the hell that was. I don't get it. Maybe he thought he had priority. Okay, thank you. You're letting me hit you for extra damage? Sure. I mean, I thought not playing the 4/4 on our turn was pretty bad, but that seemed pretty bad on his behalf. Okay, see if he goes Angel here. Angel Eat My Guy seems fine. Okay. Garruk. I think I'm going to just let him eat my guy here. He'll eat my Shrine Root Geist, which the Shrine Root Geist has done a lot of work already. So he eats this, which is fine. I can't really wholeheartedly play the Garruk here. That is fine. I mean, part of me wanted to just swing with this, and maybe that would have been better, honestly. That might have actually been a lot better. Force him to be at 3 with 3 guys versus getting in the extra damage there. That almost certainly would have been better. Now he's got a red source, so we'll see what he does here. I mean, both of these things are still pretty strong now, and we could always Garruk in 5 cards, essentially. Okay. We're just gonna bash. Township's a good draw there, too. Township allows us to keep this, but he's got to block this. I think he's probably got either A, another Angel, or B, an Azorius Charm. Sphinx's Revelation for 2 is a thing as well, which will put him to 1, but if he does that, then I could always do that. I think I'm probably going Thragtusk here, maybe Garruk, and yeah, I mean, that was a good draw. We got a little lucky there. He got so color screwed for the simple fact that we should have played this on turn 2. Okay, so I have to assume that Shrine Root Geist are disgustingly bad against this deck. For the simple fact that they just seem like a nightmare to get through a Reckoner. Rest in Peace is probably a thing. I think we just bring in the blue counterspell stuff, and we'll see. These are probably awful as well since he's got so much burn. So like, let's say we play this. Well, it enters. Okay, I thought it was when it comes into play. Okay, so he could always kill our guy. I don't think we want all these Angel of Serenities, but seems like they're a very big game against him. I kind of don't like Big Garruk in this matchup, as I feel he's a little bit slow, and if he brings in like Geist of Saint Traft, then we're sitting here and he's just able to fly over and kill Garruk with a 4/4 Angel almost every time. So it's more or less, do we want this? I think we'll go 2 Prime Speaker, 1 Big Garruk, 1 Small Garruk, and we'll bring in some removal in the form of Detention Spheres and a Dissipate and some Syncopates. I don't think we want the Rest in Peace, although maybe a Miser's one of might be fine. Witchbane Orb does help us to somewhat stay in this game when he tries to combo us, if he is playing the Harvest Fire combo. So we have some decisions to make, like, do we really want Witchbane Orb? He probably doesn't have a good way to deal with it, as the charms he's playing don't really do much. I just feel like if we play too defensive, we're not going to win. Could be wrong. Which orb might be a thing. This is interesting. I think we keep this as is, and then we'll see. Because Witchbane Orb, all this stuff on the draws is somewhat worse, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so we open an interesting hand. Both Garroks end up in our midst. If this was a white source, I might consider keeping this, as it has this and this, but I think I ship this. This is keepable. It's not great, though, but I'm going to keep it. This is like equally bad, I guess, but if we had a blue source, we're golden. Okay, so we'll play this guy. So hopefully we either hit a blue source, or B, a stupid drop here. I'd almost rather have a blue source. I don't like bringing all these counters against him, though. Okay, so that means he's got an Aura of Bolus, which is fine. Okay, we'll see if he reveals Searing Spear. Alright, we might be in a little trouble if we don't hit lands. Oh god, that was a terrible draw. Sure, 7 drops are 100% where we want to be at in this matchup. Okay, so the Molda 6 definitely hurt us there. That was a questionable keep, I would say. But the way it turned out, we're just not looking very tasty. Tastiness is not looking in our favor. Beat in for 1. Do it. Oh, he's somewhat stuck too. Yeah, we'll go Smiter here. And then hope he doesn't rip something. Because if he goes like any source, then we're done. Might put this on top, honestly. Kind of hoping we hit a blue source. So there he goes. He drew his land. That's unfortunate because he gets to block and kill Smiter. He also gets a charm. Can just. Ooh, he's got Mizium Mortars too. Yeah, this is not looking up. Alright, we got another Arbor Elf, which is probably the worst case scenario. I mean, I guess it's better than drawing another Angel. I mean, it does put us one step closer to a turn 5 drop, which is nice. Maybe we hit a blue source, get lucky. Mizium Mortars, eh, Governor? We like your mortars. Okay, alright. Calling all blue sources. Calling all blue sources, por favor. Alright, that's not a blue source. Maybe Prime Speaker, Zagana, and Thragtusk are not the greatest in this matchup. But we'll see. At least we get a guy online here, which will stem the bleeding somewhat. But Reckoner just handles Thragtusk. He's got Mortars, Sphinx's Revelation. Okay, so he does that, which I don't know. I don't know if I really like that. Somewhat forces him to keep back. I guess he feels that I have a Restoration Angel. Alright, I think we get this online here. And draw 3 cards. Instead of allowing us to get blown out here. I mean, I guess maybe he knew that that was happening. But these Arbor Elves have been doing some work. Okay, so that allows us to almost land a Angel next turn. I can't do anything this turn. But we'll see. Maybe he draws a land here and is back in this. I think that was fine. I would have loved making a 7/7 dude. That would have been good. 7/7 dudes are good. The way we lose this is to more or less allow him to do anything here. Please be a Reckoner. Oh, so good. So good. So good. Okay. So we're going to do this. Guess we'll play Township here. So good. So good. So good. Magic is a fun game. It's a fun game when you're doing your thing. That's my doing my thing magic song. Okay. He loses his guy here. Now I can insta play this and this. But I'd much rather just counter his next thing, and if he does nothing, then I just add counters here. Yep, alright. We couldn't have actually Township there, as Township costs 5 instead of 4. Excuse me about that. Alright, well, playing a little bit loose, but I guess we're getting pretty lucky because we're 2 for 2 with the deck when we're terrible with it. It's clear. But I guess practice makes perfect. Thanks for watching. Please check out themtgnoob.com.